Ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. So please, get up on your feet and welcome the stunning, multi-talented, hottest talk show host and producer, Miss Jazzy Talk herself. Give it up, give it up, give it up for your girl, Jacqueline Posey Hilton.
Alright, hello everyone. Jacqueline here. Jazzy Talk with Jacqueline.
Okay, welcome back to the Jazzy Talk with Jacqueline TV show. Okay, where we spotlight celebrities and independent artists as a whole. I am sitting here with Miss Sonia Roberts. She is the author of a few books that she's going to tell you about. Sonia, thank you so much for sitting down with me. I don't take it for granted when anyone comes out to my home and, sit down with me and help educate the entertainment industry. I understand that you're an author, but we're also going to talk about a little bit about turning your books into a film.
Yes.
All right, so would you tell us a little bit about your books?
Yes, I will. First, I want to thank you for inviting me out and believing in my craft, because this is my passion.
Yes.
And like you said, I do have a couple of books that I brought. When Little Girls Laugh is the first one.
Yes.
That's the one that we're in production right now, making it into a movie. And then we have the follow-up, the Lolita, the Lamentations of Lolita. But basically, the first book, When Little Girls Laugh, is basically coming from the platform of sexual abuse, incest, rape. And I was drawn to this story because of certain people. This story is real. I literally am writing their life. Not knowing it, but so many people deal with this particular subject and we don't talk enough about it.
Exactly.
So my point was, from my craft, my gift and my passion, I wanted to pretty much bring light to it from another perspective.
Okay, great. And guys, as you know, Jazzy Talk is live. People are doing all kind of things outside, but we straight. We live. We're straight, and we want to bring you guys a great show that is for real. And that's what this
Your
is.
Real life.
Right, real life. In the entertainment industry, when you're an entrepreneur, on another tip real quick, you got to make it do what it do. And that's what we're doing.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so When Little Girls Laugh and also Lolita, I read the book.
Yes.
Honey, when I read that book, I was so mad
it's a heavy
with
story.
him.
Heavy.
It's very heavy. It makes you, I've never read a book that I got upset with the character as I got upset with him.
Yes.
Because I just didn't understand the type of man that he was.
Right.
So that's a good book.
Thank you.
I'm excited
Thank
about
God.
you. Thank God.
Yes.
I'm so excited about you telling the stories of different women. I understand that it's fiction.
It is fiction, but it was inspired by family and friends. When Little Girls Laugh is about a couple of stories that I've heard in my growing up, but to cover their situation in their names, I orchestrated it into, of course, fiction characters, fiction scenarios.
Oh, great. Okay. So.
But at the same time, it is real story, and I have literally in my book signings have had women to come up to me and say, "You wrote my story.
Exactly.
What's in this story is in my life."
Wow.
So that's why I know that this was something
my God.
orchestrated from God. And as I'm going through the story, just like you had a heavy feeling reading it, I had an even heavy feeling writing it.
I know you
So I had
did.
to put it down, but guess what? The characters, Oleta, Lolita, Osasha, they were calling to me, my story needs to be told. See, people don't understand when you're really a creator, you hear things, you feel things that other people may take for granted.
You better
So I would wake up in the middle of the night. I stayed up long hours, thanks to my husband. Hey, honey. I would be up late hours in the night writing this book. It would not let me rest.
Sonia, that's amazing. And I really hope and pray that somebody got what you just said.
Yes.
That it calls your name.
It speaks to you. The script writers, directors, they would understand that when a story is in your stomach, it's like you're giving birth.
It has
Whether you
to be
male
born.
or female, it has to be born. And the thing is, there's a beginning and an ending. So with this book, the story from the daughters have been told.
Right.
They've gotten their voices out. But then we have the mother. Imagining you having children. you know that they're being hurt. You know that they're being violated. But the person that's doing it, you also love them. So she's caught in the middle. And in this story, The Lamentations of Lolita, is telling you about her childhood, teenage years, college years, to kind of give you a light of her thinking.
Yeah, and
What
this
kind of
actually
woman
happened.
mindset
Yeah.
is she had to deal with the love of her husband
Yes.
and the love of the people that was being violated. It kind of gave you a little secret of the book, but
But
get both
oh
books
my
and
God.
you will understand the family, the Burberry family. And then the final book of the Burberry family is While Men Slept. That's from the point of view of the perpetrator.
Oh my
While
God.
Men Slept, that title came to me years ago. I was in a church service, and the speaker, the pastor that was speaking, he told us a story of how him and his brother was
Right.
violated. And him and his brother took two paths. His brother went to crime, but he went to God. But they still both had an effect of that family member abusing them. So this whole platform is, like I said earlier, revealing the tragedy of this and how it can play an important part in your lives.
Oh my God, Lasanya, this is more than just a book.
It is. I believe that.
It's more than just a book.
Yes.
And guys, I really need you to go out and support Lasanya
Yeah.
Roberts. Go ahead and follow her on all social media,
Yes.
because I need some producers to come and snatch
Yes,
this
we
up.
need
We need
producers.
funding.
Yes.
I'm being straight up.
It's
We
live
need
TV.
funding for this book to turn into
Yeah.
a film.
Yes.
I get cold chills just hearing about it. Now,
Yes.
I have this one, and I've read this one, but I haven't read the new one. It's going to drop when?
This is going to drop this Wednesday, 8/8/18, August 8th, 2018.
Where can they purchase it?
Now this is going to be on all the online bookstores, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. I'm going to drop my website, which is under construction, and they can also get an autographed copy from me on my website.
Okay, so you guys can contact her.
Mm-hmm.
You can log on in. If you want the book, go ahead and message her on Instagram,
Yes.
Facebook, whatever, because we need these copies. Let's try to get at least 400-500 copies
Yes,
done this
yes,
weekend.
yes.
This weekend, if we can get at least everybody just purchase one of these copies that drops on Wednesday. If you
Yes.
can do go ahead and pay her in advance,
yeah.
and then go ahead and I'm gonna vouch for you will have it. Okay, so go ahead and do that, and we're just so excited.
Yes.
So now I wanted to ask you one more question, because I know we're out here enjoying
Yes,
the
thank God.
beautiful sun, but
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to tell everybody, how can they, if they want to turn their book or whatever they're doing into a film, how did you start?
Well, let's roll back to the actual manuscript. The one thing that I would tell those that want to write a book, who have an idea, we all have a story. So
Right.
that's no doubt. But the thing is, you have to be diligent. Writing is a job.
Yes.
It's just like I said earlier about giving birth. You have to be willing to stick with it. Sometimes you're going to have distractions here, but at least take out 30 minutes to an hour to write your story. That's the manuscript side. Then it's called an adaptation, where you're taking a book and turning it into a movie. You're going to write the script for it. Now, the way that the book is written is going to be slightly different from the script.
Of course.
Because you got to be able to put this story into the feelings,
Right.
which is what my newfound love, I love directing, because I want these characters, even though they're fiction, I want you to be able to be mad at the dad. I want you
Yes,
to
honey.
relate to the mother, to have sympathy for the children, or whatever emotion that you have, the characters and how they are being described.
'Cause
The dialogue,
listen,
that helps
I
them to be
was
real.
like, why did she do that?
See, that's why you
Why?
gotta know
Y'all gotta read
Lolita.
it.
You have to learn Lolita.
I was like, why did she do this? What made her, as a woman, knowing that she had these kids, why did she allow things and go to the door, and your child is running from a shed to
Right.
you just a little bit?
Right,
I won't
you
tell them
got
about
it. You in it.
running
You are
from
in
a
it.
shed
Yeah.
to a shed in the back,
Mhm.
running to the door, and you standing there and you close the door because you don't want to sleep with him. You rather him sleep with your child. Y'all better get this
And
book.
definitely this this Wednesday, August the 8th, this is going to explain to you her thought process. Because see, the thing is, the whole mantra goes, sad people make others sad.
Yeah.
Hurt people hurt people. She really lived a sad, enclosed life. But in the end, just like with both books, the ending is the key. Because even, just like life, even though we're going through all this turmoil, all this confusion, if you just stick out to the end, there's always a brighter side. So both of these really have good endings. But the middle, you may pick it up and put it back down.
Like I did.
But just stick with it and understand that the beginning is where it all, where everything is in revelation.
Well,
the ending.
I'm just so grateful you guys follow LaSonia. I'm actually going to be in the book, in the film.
Yes, in the script.
And I am excited and honored and grateful that you've asked me to be a part of it and play one of your characters.
Right.
LaSonia, you are amazing, and I told you that
you did.
the first time that we began to talk when I saw you at church. We both go to CLC in Stockbridge. Yes. Love you. But I always told you,
you did
that you're very talented. But once I started reading what you actually did, it even made me more amazed with you.
Right.
So I love you, my sister,
and
I'm just so happy that you're doing what God has called you to do.
Can I give them my So now on Facebook, I'm LaSonia Roberts. On Instagram, I am the writer. Well, the writer extraordinaire. The writer extraordinaire. And then on Twitter, I'm the Lit Chick Writer. So all of them will have all of my information, my website, the ways you can order the book and get your autographed copy or wait for it to be on Amazon. But this is a gift that God's given me. Some may not latch on, but those that it's for is going to bless them. I guarantee you, it's going to bless you.
I can vouch for that. All right, you guys, this is Jazzy Talk with Jacqueline signing out. Thank you guys for watching, and we will talk to you guys soon.